See the sound.
What's up, everybody? So this man that you already hear speaking is, as you know, King
Whoops.
Kiba.
What up, y'all? Hello.
And then you got me. Who am I? I'm Spider-Man. No, I'm not. I wish I was. I'm Ash Redux, y'all.
Just give away your secret identity like that? Okay.
Okay,
Guess that's what we doing.
but if I tell them like that, they won't believe me. So now nobody will think I'm Spider-Man. You feel me?
That's fair, I guess.
Big
That's
facts.
one way to do it.
Nobody be ready for that.
Yeah,
All right, let me cut that music down just a little bit more for y'all. I'll cut it down a little bit more for y'all. Y'all be all right. So we
Just
here.
love it.
I know what some of y'all might be thinking. Where were we last week? Well,
Oh yeah.
Kiba said, I hate everybody and I hate this podcast. I don't want to be here. So I was like, that's fair. So we ain't do that last week.
Pretty much.
So this week though, we back.
What we got? Yeah.
We both black.
Still.
And we here for the attack.
Oh yeah. Always for the smoke.
Always for the smoke. So what I wanted to do last week was to basically just kind of go over everything in 2020, basically just like a 2020 rewind or
rewind and rewind.
Not sure. But now we in 2021 and don't nobody want to talk about 2020 anymore, so we still gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
But we only gonna say on a positive. So beforehand, I want only we gonna keep it positive. We gonna keep it positive.
We're not slanging no holes today, guys.
I mean, I don't do that at all.
I mean, who said it had to be like that? Who said it couldn't have been like,
And then there's a train. Hello, train. Interrupt the podcast.
Train. Hey, everybody, welcome, train. Hello, train.
Actually, it might not be picking up. Who knows? But back to the subject. So we're gonna keep it mostly positive. You want to bring up a little bit of stuff, but we're mostly gonna focus on like the good stories or the good releases, good news for gaming related stuff, whatever impacted you personally the most, or what you feel like impacted the community. So would you want to start on this one, or
just what impacted the gaming community?
What impacted the community? Most? What games you enjoyed the most? Talk about it all. Talk about it all. We'll bounce off of each other.
Okay. So I mean, why not bring up the elephant, the giant elephant in the room?
There's an elephant.
It's not really elephant. Yeah, I mean, it's Cyberpunk 2077. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The biggest thing in the room thus far. I mean, hey, came out finally. I mean, I say finally, but like,
you waited longer for Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
Right, so exactly. I waited much longer for Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. So, and like Cyberpunk 2077 for me wasn't like, oh my God, I need that game like a whole lot of other people, which I really don't understand why, in my opinion. But I guess people just love the Cyberpunk aesthetic, which I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But again, not that serious. But hey, do you, boo boo? I am not mad.
I just saw pretty graphics in CD Projekt Red, so I just wanted to play it.
Yeah. CD Projekt Red was pretty much what sold that for me, but I ain't got the game still because, I got stuff to do. So I got games to finish. So if y'all want to watch me finish them, let me know.
I ain't never stopped him before. It's all right.
I mean, what are facts for it? But the game came out. It's doing well from stats wise, but
press wise, it ain't good.
The press is depressing, at least for some people. So like we've talked about it a couple past podcasts ago, and just about how they were probably put under a lot of stress, and it's not the devs' fault. It's definitely management, because anybody creating something doesn't want to put out a bad creation. Nobody. Like, everyone who makes art or makes something usually is like, bruh, my stuff is trash. And I don't want to show anybody, at least a couple of times in their life, because they want it to be perfect. So
at least definitely from the artists we know,
right,
they're never satisfied with their own work.
Shoot, me When I make stuff, I'm not satisfied, but hey, I make it. So I can't. Like I said last time, I'm not blaming the devs. Won't do it. You won't find me doing it. But people in control should have been better. But I mean, the game's still good according to everybody who's playing it. According to everybody, no, according to a decent amount of people who are playing it, rather. I still see people on consoles say, like, even though it's buggy, it's still fun, which we say about Skyrim and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I don't know what everybody else is truly complaining about, but on the other hand, I kind of get it, because it's like no game should come out like that, quality control and all that. But hey, so that was the quote unquote biggest impact, I guess. We got our consoles, quote unquote. We got our consoles this year. Yeah, if you can find them,
and you and I didn't even try to purchase them in the first
place. Still not trying. Nope. I can buy a couple. I'm not about to do it.
I'm definitely waiting for a Pro or a Slim or whatever they decide to come out with.
I just need a God of War version, because I don't think they're going to do Spider-Man, but I know they're going to do God of War. Okay, I say that they're probably so future 2021 wish.
Now we ain't on 2021 yet. Stop. Write it down.
Let me wire them back. But for 2020, we got our quote unquote consoles, if you can find them. I'm still not hearing about any problems with purchasing an Xbox.
I haven't. I've only heard PS5.
I don't know if it's just because it's hard to find.
I know they sold out at first, which I mean that's expected.
That's expected, but nobody's talking about scammers or anything. I don't know if just because the price point is higher, so people care more or what. But I have not heard.
I'm about to see if I can buy Xbox Series X right now.
Hey, go ahead. Let me show me what you got. Show me your moves. But so we got that, and
the X is sold out. You can get an S though. You can't get either for and that's just Best Buy. Easy check. I already found it at Best Buy. Check.
Hey, easy like that. Boom, you're done. I mean, it's just the S, but digital save you some physical space. What I mean is no more disc to hold on your drawers, even though I like disc. You wouldn't have to do that for yourself. So there's that. You got that. I mean, things could look kind of good and easy, if that's what you want to do. It's not that hard, and you only check one place. But for the PlayStation,
they probably restock it a little bit easier too, or I'm not sure. Maybe I
don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's got to come from Japan or something.
I will say 10 hours ago, Tech Radar said Microsoft has asked AMD for help in combating Xbox Series X stock shortages. So they have a shortage, but I still don't think it's as bad as PlayStation 5, because that's all I ever hear about.
That's all we hear about is that PlayStation 5, man. Where you find that at? And that's not for, thousands of dollars. But anyway, we got Black Spider-Man. I still ain't get the game because, again, I'm doing other stuff right now. Y'all gonna see. It's coming. But, so that was hype. But, it quote unquote didn't sell well. We talked about that. We talked about that somewhere else. But it quote unquote didn't sell well. And the article that I read was talking about what was it? Politically correct characters, and I'm just like, you use that term loosely because Miles is not, but I understand what you're saying. So I was just gonna let that go. Because we see how it affects things.
I see. Yeah, it sold 663,000 digital copies at launch, even though it was on 2 consoles, and that's 70% less than 2018 Spider-Man. So that is a lot less if you want to compare it to the previous game. Yeah, I can see why they say that.
It's a lot less, and but the game is also shorter. So I know that's not technically a real discrepancy, but I mean, and then we know racists would be like, I'll never play as a black man.
Remember how first? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. Remember how first I thought I was like, oh yeah, it only takes like 10 hours to beat the full story or whatever, or
Yeah,
15.
something like that.
No, it apparently you can beat the whole game, like 100% the game in 15 to 20 hours.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, and that's why I wasn't overly ecstatic about it. Like, of course, I wanted to see it, but like, I was still like, the game is super short, so.
Right? Especially on PS5 because the loading times are even quicker. So it's like people on PS5 are like tearing through it like nothing.
And that's why I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna play it when I play it, but I mean, hey, you know, the good thing about it is we in a day and age of long games. We really are. If it's not indie, it's a long game, kind of. I don't know if you agree with that.
I mean, Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Immortals Phoenix Rising. All
okay,
from one.
Besides Ubisoft.
Listen, no, because they all came out within like what 2 months of one another, and it's just like
those 3 games, yeah.
Yeah, they all came.
I don't even know if Watch Dogs was that long, to be honest, because again, you can complete the area in a short amount of time. It's the story,
but I mean, doing all the if you want to like 100%, like as big as the map is, and as much stuff as you can do on said map outside even just the story, it's like there's a lot. And some of them, like Assassin's Creed and Phoenix, are just a lot in general, even when it comes to like the main story a little bit, because you're gonna have to do some grinding and stuff to get there too.
Because I'm out here grinding.
So yeah,
you're not wrong,
Ubisoft need to chill. Far Cry 6, I don't know. That's 2021.
Boy,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm like, boy, don't even talk about that.
Hey, Ubisoft, send me a copy of that Far Cry 6.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that.
But go on with your 2020.
Yeah. I mean, we also had some more controversy with The Last of Us 2. I still haven't played it. This is gonna be 2020 is me not doing stuff. That's what it's gonna be.
Man,
that's what it sounded like right now. It's like I ain't doing nothing. It's just like, hey, I had other stuff to do.
I forgot that game came out last year. I almost feel like that game been out for a longer time. But it came out near my birthday, if I remember. Actually, it came out on my son's birthday. No, it came out on my son's birthday. Oh, right,
because they pushed it back. That's
pretty sure
on his birthday. On his birthday.
Yep, June 19th. It came on his birthday, like
birthday. But hey, you know,
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Wow, you know that. So that game was it met with contention, I guess is the word to use.
Controversy works enough.
I mean, so
controversy for what happens. Controversy for
people.
Blah blah blah.
I mean, that's still sold well, even though the main character was.
I mean, it won Game of the Year. The
yeah. And the reason I say that is because, you know, I know, I won't say I know. Yeah, I kind of know some people who be like, or at least I know, or I see them on social media where they're like, "Play as a woman, you're crazy." So. But it still sold well, so people weren't as perturbed, I guess. But hey, it is what it is. The game came out. The game was good. Y'all can't see my face, but I'm making a face. I haven't played it. So we'll see. Well, you know, when I play it, you guys get to see my reaction, I suppose.
The Google review has it at 2.9. Mostly 1 stars and 5 stars. Just like it is on the internet. Either you really actually like this game or you don't. There's not much in the middle.
Stuck in the middle. But I mean, hey, I'm not mad. People like what they like, I guess. But you know, it came out. It did well. It sold well. We didn't have too many issues, right? There was no issues with it other than a couple. Other than it being pushed back because of COVID, but I mean, what are we supposed to? Oh yeah, you know, COVID. Guess I should talk about that. That
I mean, it didn't impact gaming, so I guess you can. In general, things got pushed back. Things got delayed. Shortages of consoles. Blah blah blah.
Pretty much everything.
But that's a given. We ain't. Come on. Give me something.
That's what I was like. Should I bring it up? Let's see. What else? Gaming wise. What EA bought out other racing companies.
Oh
So
yeah,
the new age of racing where EA owns everything will at least all the big names will be interesting.
minus like the only other two like for real big ones, which is what Forza and Turismo or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Gran Turismo and Forza are the only other two big ones that EA don't own.
Right.
They are bigger than the other ones, in my opinion, when it comes to like the racing genre, especially Forza over things like Dirt or whatever. Hey, they don't own the Crew.
Fail. I said fail. Fair.
Same
They
thing.
don't. Yeah, they do not own that. You are correct. So but we'll see what this new empire of well, I guess that's 20. That's future. So we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, that happened this year. Something that's sort of related to gaming is that like DC Universe like cut down their company. Like they split a lot of things. Like they fired a lot of people, all that. So I don't know what's happening with the game. When I say DC Universe, I mean like the entire DC collective, the comic books, movies, all that. But specifically because they fired so many people, I don't know what is going to happen with DC Universe Online, because that's the thing still, guys. Yeah, that's still going on. Unlike Fusion Fall, which ended this year.
Okay.
That is something that happened in 2020. Woo! Yeah.
Okay.
I know I'll get there somewhere.
Wow.
So, in case y'all didn't know,
wow,
Fusion Fall. Yeah, why not? It's 2020. Fusion Fall came out in 2001. Look it up for me. I'll look it up.
No.
I'll look it up. Fusion Fall.
On April 16, 2020, Fusion Fall was taken down due to DMCA requests. That is all that matters.
Because fans were keeping that game going, even though it originally ended in like 2011 or 2013, because it started in 2009.
And then it got rebranded as Fusion Fall Retro, and that's what got shut down.
Legends.
Was that before Retro? Or are you talking about Legacy, which was coming, but that got canceled because that was going to show
going.
Up.
Yeah, it was going, but it also got canceled. Like it wasn't like full.
Yeah, because
they were about to do an update.
Yeah, so Fusion Fall is now dead.
Officially dead, unfortunately. Kind of saw that. I wish I was a part of that.
Man, really wanted to play too. He had messaged me and was serious.
Hey, I was so serious. But it is what it is. Things gotta die someday. And I guess we'll talk about that later.
Man, hit me up saying, "Hey, bro, you want to play Fusion Fall?" I was like, "What is Fusion Fall?" And then he was like, "You know what Fusion Fall?" I'm like, "I really don't." And then I looked out like, "He right. I definitely know what Fusion Fall is. I am a liar,
liar, scoundrel." I guess I can do it like this, huh? But let's see. I'm trying to think what else happened.
I mean, you want me to just take a go?
Yeah, go ahead and go.
All right, so my man here, he brought up some. First thing he brought up was that Cyberpunk 2077. I was like, the end of the year. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the year. You feel me?
Uh-oh.
When 2020 was new and fresh, and we thought we was out here about to be chilling, about to be having a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's go back to the beginning,
or
at least closer to the beginning. You feel me? So if we go back closer to the beginning of 2020, you may remember a little game that came out. This game was called Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yeah, that was the thing.
That launched on March 20, 2020, which was about when like COVID really started to blow up. If like
approximately,
like because end of February, early March is when people started to be like, "Hey, y'all know about that COVID thing? Should we be worried?" That's when that started happening. So it literally came out at like almost the initial reaction in the U.S. anyway for COVID. So
yeah, talk about it.
As soon as a game comes out where a game that's literally the whole thing is to escape to your personal island paradise, bundle up. It's weather. That's what it says now. I didn't say that back then. Well, it might have.
I'm like,
it's kind of cold in March. I don't know. But point is, is that
he said
that's
in March.
I mean, that's when it came. I don't know.
I'm
No,
weak.
now look, the point is, sir, is that this game came out that people kind of escape into their own little island, literally, and then they're able to like play it online with their friends. That people were able to interact with one another while being stuck at home in a way that felt a little bit more personal. And then other games where it was more, you know, because we know Animal Crossing is more like think of the Sims, but more relaxing. Because the Sims, you know, you gotta go to work. You know, you ain't gotta go to work in Animal Crossing. You gotta do stuff to make money, but you ain't gotta go to work. Okay,
hey,
you ain't gonna get fired. You ain't got bills. You still got bills.
You ain't got can't pay them bills.
Listen, Tom Nook, you owe Tom Nook money, but he ain't waiting for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't ever come to your house and be like, "Hey, bro, where my money?" He don't do that at all.
You say that.
You come talk to Tom Nook, and he don't even mention the money. He just be like, "Oh, what's up? How can I help you?" And you'd be like, "Hey, I need to give you some money." In fact, I think they added an ATM in the newer game, so you don't even talk to Tom Nook about the money. You just deposit it into your mortgage. Like, you go pay your mortgage. That's basically what you do. Like, so at that point, Tom Nook don't even care. You don't have a due date. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish a mortgage. Let me live in a world where that's how the mortgage works. Yeah, just pay me back eventually, one day. If you don't ever pay me back, it won't really be a problem. But just pay me back one day. You know, you can't get another house until you pay me back, but that ain't that bad. Like, okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
For real. Like, yeah, that just means, like, if you could, that you just get the best house you can get and then just not pay it back. Just don't pay it back. But yeah, so that came out at the beginning, and that really did help a lot of people connect. I mean, it blew up. The game sold really well. It sold a bunch more Switches. It blew up. Although I think the game would have been successful, I do think that its timing of release definitely helped.
Definitely
helped. Like, it blow up as much as it did.
Agree.
New Leaf did a really good. That was the one on 3DS, and that did pretty well. So that's why I think it still would have did fine, but I don't think it would have did that well if it wasn't for that.
Okay.
But still, kudos to for Animal Crossing. Let me think. What else did I want to bring up for the? Because you covered a good amount of the stuff I wanted to do.
I tried.
Let me think. No, that was late 2019 technically. So.
Was it? Yeah.
Oh, interesting one. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
Oh, yeah.
So
that was a thing.
For anybody who doesn't know, if they played the original Hyrule Warriors game, which is basically just a combination of Legend of Zelda and Dynasty Warriors, made by that same team, Koei Tecmo. Developed by, I think it's Omega Force, but published by Koei Tecmo. So the first game, most a decent amount of people enjoyed it. They didn't think it was amazing for some people unless they actually were fans of Dynasty Warriors, but they enjoyed it. Right. It was very fanfare-y. You know, you had a bunch of characters. Like, if you try to, I don't know if you saw the completionist, he completed it, and that was insane. That might have been worse. His job. But that might have been worse than Persona and like anything else he's done.
500 hours.
yeah, like dead serious. He did a lot. I watching, I was just like, hey, yo.
I imagine you would have to.
But there's a lot of content in that previous title. So, you know, like, they kept adding more characters. There's a lot of characters. Like, even for more recent, like, they added Breath of the Wild characters in there and everything. Like, it's serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't just stop, even though they could have.
Stop.
It feels like they put more like attention to it than they did the last Dynasty Warriors game that came out.
I mean, when Nintendo say jump, you say how high, dog.
Yeah, that's fair. So, but for those who may have skipped it, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity is actually canon. So yes. Nintendo played a much bigger hand into the development, the story of Age of Calamity. They also the voice acting. The actual voice actors from Breath of the Wild are in it. So that's how you know it's serious. We're not playing it right now. Super canon. I won't tell y'all how canon it is and with the whole timeline of thing, but it is actually canon.
Go play it for yourself if you want.
So it's definitely, in my opinion, a worth buying game. If you're not into
Really? So you would buy it? Yeah. Because I asked you and you was like, eh.
Oh no, I'll buy it. I probably wouldn't have paid 64 because I already know what happens. That's why. But I was actually very interested.
You know
when
what
they showed
happens?
it.
Why do you do this?
I don't have a Switch.
Okay, then deal with it.
When I get a Switch, I am putting so much, like, y'all don't understand how much I'm gonna stream Fire Emblem Three Houses when I get me a Switch. That's all I'm gonna be doing. I ain't gonna stream nothing.
Every day I'm streaming.
And you know what? That's for 2021. I gotta wait. I gotta wait because I'm about to say, because when that come in, I need a Switch. I don't care because I'm gone. I'm gone.
You talking about yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, so Age of Calamity, that's a game I feel like you should look into. Another big title for your boy. Okay.
What you talking about?
Another game that I thoroughly enjoyed. Ghost of Tsushima.
I forgot that was this year.
Look at you.
Let me tell you. It's been a long year. Yeah, I'm tripping.
There's a lot. For real, a decent amount of games actually did come out. Now, it may not not everybody may have enjoyed all these games, but a lot of actual like AAA titles, a decent amount actually came out this year. I feel like for people like Nintendo, they slowed down this year. We'll talk about 2021, but yeah. So Ghost of Tsushima should have been game of the year, in my opinion. That's my choice. That should have been one game of the year for the VGAs, in my opinion. That game, beautiful plot, fun time, combat, fun to play, side quests. Some of them are actually pretty engaging. They don't feel like, they're not like a bunch of fetch quests, and you don't always feel like you're just doing the same thing because you're actually interacting with different people. Sometimes they'll actually have you go around certain parts of the map. My favorite one is where you gotta.
Y'all hear my cat, yo.
Yeah, bump that cat. And like, for example, some of the side quests are actually like, some actually play into the story, while some are, even if they're not directly tied to the story, they're actually like you can tell there's like the side quest like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And then there's the ones like, hey, we put time into this one. This side quest here is like a very fun direction. Because like
right here,
the one where you gotta fight the different swordsmen across the map, and then you gotta, after you take them out, you go fight their boss. And this like that big bad dude. Like Eric, this is the dude where they be like, hey, you don't mess with this, man. I said, oh word? I want the smoke. I want the smoke. I needed the smoke. You feel me?
Yeah.
So but yeah, it was a good time. I would recommend, that's a game I can say you could pay full price for, and you won't feel like you wasted your money. Anybody who did not like that game, I feel like that's something you should have been able to look. It's one of those times where I feel like if you look at it and you think, oh, that looks cool, I think you'll like the game. Because what you see is actually what you got.
That was enough.
No, I'm for real. Because what you see in the trailer, like when they first announced it, that is what we got. Like that's what we got. And then when they show like initial gameplay, that didn't change. Like maybe like a little visual stuff changed. Because that always happens, especially for maybe now for console that won't happen as much. Because when they show the gameplay on PC, it won't look how it looks on console. But the point is like, hey, if you looked at the gameplay, you looked at the visuals, like that looks cool, that looks like something I play. Oh, that combat looks similar to this game. It was, and you will have a decent amount of time playing it. Like I don't know, anybody who bought it and didn't like it, I'm like, I'm confused. Like I just want to know. Like you can have your opinion. I'm not saying everybody will like it, but I feel like if you looked at it and you thought it looked cool, you will like that game. That's all I gotta say. I want to spoil that ending. That ending.
Don't tell him about it.
That it's one of those endings where you go online to watch other people react to it. It's one of those endings where the YouTube channel I'm subscribed to that purposely has they takes all like the different, like some pop-in streamers or YouTubers or whatever, and it just compiles their reactions on there because they know people want to see other people react to it. I clicked on that and I'm like, look at her. I'm like, look at her. She's crying. She's literally in tears. How are you saying this game is boring? She is in tears right now. How dare you?
Man, big man.
The last thing I'm wondering is, since if they do make it, it's set up for a sequel. There should be a sequel coming. The game sold well, was received well, and it was set up for a sequel.
Right.
You make a choice at the end, and it's a big choice. at the very end of the game. And I'm kind of wondering which one is canon, or if they're gonna pull like a Mass Effect or a Dragon Age and just look at your previous save file and pick based off.
That would be cool.
But the thing is, that still begs me the question, because ultimately that still means only one thing is like the legitimate canon. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always like the actual canon.
Yes, and Persona.
Yeah, so it's like I kind of want to know which one of those two choices at the end of the first game would be considered like the full actual canon. But it's okay. Either way, I think anybody who looks at that game thinks it looks decent should try it. That's my end point there. Do you have anything else for 2020 before I keep going? I want to start transitioning to 2021 in a minute, so
let's go ahead and transition right now.
All right.
Let's go.
Who's starting, me or you?
You got it.
All right.
Continue on, big fella.
New Pokemon Snap on Nintendo Switch. No release date yet, but let me tell you something.
They talked about that?
When I find out. Wait, have you not seen the trailer?
I don't know. I feel like I have.
Oh, my.
Here you go.
My cup.
Yep. That's me.
I need you to watch the trailer right now. All right. But no, I remember the trailer was like also close to my birthday. I think
really?
It was like,
it was that long ago?
Yeah, bro. Like it was definitely June. It was probably like during E3, low key. But
and I saw it then.
Boy, I remember when the trailer started, and it's like I knew immediately. All I see, you see the what they call the Buffamoo, the black buffaloes, because they got an afro and they got earrings around their orange. Yeah, they black. The Buffamoos, and you just see the Pokemon and the world, and it's all 3D. I'm like, is this Pokemon Snap? And then you see the whale. Ooh, when that whale lord come out the water, I'm like, oh, that look beautiful. Tell me it's a Pokemon Snap. And then you see Pikachu on the beach. I'm like, hey, that's Pokemon. And then they show it's a camera. I said, it's over. It's Pokemon Snap on the Switch. The models are pretty. Everything is gorgeous. Oh, we at night? It's nighttime? Does every stage got different times? Is it evening? Is it just different times a day? Or like, does it just transition as I go through the levels? I hope the levels are longer. Ooh, I am ready.
That's a very good question.
I hope the levels are longer. I hope I want the game to take like, cause I'm sure they're gonna do like puzzles like they did in the original. And I want the game to take 20 hours. I think 20 hours is actually kind of long.
I think that's plausible. Yeah,
but
it is
I want it to be that long because when did Pokemon Snap? When did Pokemon Snap come out? Pokemon Snap. There we go. Hey. So Pokemon Snap, the original.
Yep, obviously.
Came out March 21st, 1999. 99. You was a bit. All right. But it is 2021 now. And that game might not even come out this year. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, they can make it longer. That is okay. I will have so much fun streaming that game. Relaxing. Chillaxing. Maxing out cool. I won't be shooting b-ball outside of school. I'll be taking pictures of Pokemon. Okay? That's what I want to do with my life. I want to take pictures of Pokemon. Dagnabbit.
Tell them.
But yeah, so new Pokemon Snap, hopefully coming out 2021. As soon as they put out a release date, if I don't already have a Switch, I'll get one. It sucks because the new Switch, that's another thing, could potentially be coming out this year. So it's like,
no, yeah, transition to that. What's up?
So let's real quick, before we even get too deep into this, all right?
Okay.
Let's look at the lineup of a Nintendo Switch right now. Let's look at the lineup. We got the Nintendo Switch Lite.
Yep.
Let's bring that up.
We got it.
The Nintendo Switch Lite MSRP is $199.99. How long has the Nintendo Switch Lite been released? Since September 2019, so it's still a relatively new product, new piece of hardware.
It definitely is.
And it's $199. Okay, so how about the original Nintendo Switch? Now, Nintendo's original Nintendo Switch, they have like a soft update. If you remember, like it has slightly improved battery life because of they switched out the chip or whatever, and then they tried to fix the Joy-Con issue. Because that's after I sold my Switch, and I thought I'd be able to get one relatively soon again. Ha to me. I was like, oh well, I guess it's cool. It's gone at the right time because I can get like the newer model. It wasn't like it's not like a PS4 to a PS4 Pro. It's just like a very small refresh of it. It's more like a slim, but not even that. It's like halfway to a slim. The light, if anything, would be the slim. Excuse me. But so the Nintendo Switch MSRP is still $299, right? Yep. It has not gone down in price since 2017, and here we are now, about to be in 2021. That was
Nintendo for you.
That, in fact, actually, that was March 2017, so that's early on in the year. So we might as well say it's been 5 years, right?
Okay.
Did I do my math right? Four.
Bang, bang. Oh,
is it 4?
You got it.
Yes, 4. 4. But okay, so since 2017, now 2018, 19, 20, 4 years since then, right? And it has not gone down in price. So here's the thing: if they were to make a Nintendo Switch Pro, as everyone wants to call it, and or if they were to transition to a whole new console like a Switch 2,
whole new console.
Here's the thing: there's a couple caveats here. Because the prices haven't changed, they could either come out with a Nintendo Switch Pro, and we have a $199, we have a $299. It could be something that's a competitor to current gen consoles. Now, Nintendo's never been one to push hardware like that. Obviously, we all know that.
They're not pushing that weight like that.
But if they did like a $399, first of all, the initial screen, like the actual screen of the Switch, wouldn't be able to be 900p. It'd have to at least be 1080p. And be able to play all of the games, at least first-party games, and most third parties at 60 frames per second, 1080p in handheld mode. Because right now I think it's 900p handheld mode, and then you might still have a little bit of frame rate issues. Not a lot. It does a pretty good job for like 95% of its games, but still, for someone to pay an extra $100, it would need to at least do that, and then probably on like when you dock it up, it would have to be, I don't know, 1080p higher refresh rate, or it had to be 2K, or even if it's not 2K, like an in between, just a higher bump in resolution, somewhere in between or close to 2K, or like the fake 2K resolutions, where it's like, oh yeah, this is 2K, but you look at it and it's not 1440. It's like a weird what's it like what is it like 19?
Yeah, go ahead and try
1200, one of those. I don't know, but yeah, so it's like whatever. But something like that. Like it had to be some sort of higher than 1080p docked mode, or maybe if you just dock it up, then it'll be able to play any game released on the Switch at a full 60 frames per second. Because some of the third parties, like I never played Witcher 3 on Switch. I know the graphics are dumbed down plenty, but I've heard that ran. They made sure that it ran decent. Like that's what they wanted to make sure that you could still play the game and the performance would not be horrific. And apparently on handheld mode, it's not as bad, but you're not finna dock it to play Witcher 3 from what I could tell. But anybody who buys Witcher 3 on a Switch, you probably just wanted to play Witcher on the go anyway, for real.
Yeah, for real.
So yeah. So that's why I was saying, like, if they do a Pro, they did that. But if they come out with a 2, I don't know. Would they even do that? The Nintendo likes to switch what they do when they come out with they like to switch what they do whenever they come out with an actual new console.
All the time.
So it's like, would they try to go to something new and like the Switch be the new, just leave that as a hybrid line, and then like, so the next one maybe
it'll be the new 3DS.
It'd be a new 3DS, but it's easier to hook it up to your TV if you want to play a big stuff. Yeah.
Right.
So then would the Switch become like its own line of console as a hybrid line, and then they have like the full dedicated just home console line? Because even though like they make the Lite, and it would make sense, like, oh, we have the Lite that's only handheld, we have the middle version, which is the hybrid, and you got the Pro, which is home only. You could do that, but I feel like that takes away from the portability, and that's like the main thing with the Switch is portability. So I feel like that'd be taking that away, and I don't know if they want to do that. So like I don't know what they want to do with their next console release, or if they're just going to update this. And we don't, but this just feels like it's harder now because there's so many avenues they could take, and a lot of them make sense. It's not like before, at least, where it's like, you know, from GameCube to Wii, right? Nobody thought motion controls. We don't know what to think, but now we might have an idea of what to think because of how Nintendo normally acts. But now there's just too many options they can take.
Now, next they're gonna put a chip in our brain so we can play Sword Art.
That's fine.
That's next.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Sign me up.
Y'all don't know what we're talking about. Check the last podcast.
Sign me up.
Plug.
Right now. Yeah, nice plug though. Let's see. Otherwise, what I'm looking forward to in 2021, Breath of the Wild 2. If it doesn't get delayed, I'm looking forward to that in 2021. Which also it is the Zelda anniversary year now, so they could go hard. And if they did release a Pro, and it'd be like, you want to play it best on the Switch Pro because there won't be any frame rate issues, and they could easily do that, and it would sell Pros. That's another reason why I was like, I don't know what they want to do. They could delay the Breath of the Wild 2 so that you can play it on that and their next gen, whatever their next console system is, and it could be like Twilight Princess was, and be between you know, GameCube and Wii, and then and like was it Breath of the Wild between Wii U and Switch, and they can do that and also push and make it a launch title for the next console. I don't know. It could get delayed. They can wait on purpose. I just don't know.
Then we say that there was possibly gonna be a new console with the new Zelda that's coming probably this year on the Zelda anniversary.
Yep. So I don't know what they want to do.
So let's talk about that.
It
Zelda
sucks.
anniversary.
No, it's
what you think is coming? I mean, obvious. Other than what's obviously coming, like they're just not going to not release Breath of the Wild 2.
I mean, unless it gets delayed. It might get delayed. You never know. Depends on what's going on.
Yeah, it'll come out winter. That's the delay.
They say it's 20. Now, I will say this. When it comes to the anniversaries, right? Nintendo really, for whatever reason, likes to pop off on the 5th, right? Like on the 30th,
yep.
Like that series on the 30th, zeros. It'd be like, but on these 5ths, they've been popping off, okay? Now, and with that being said, they did okay with Mario for their anniversary last year, and honestly, it might have been better if it was without COVID, but. Yeah, I feel like they finna go crazy with that. Also, Pokemon anniversary is this year too. So we got the Pokemon anniversary.
I think they're gonna do a new Pokemon for sure, though.
I think that they're either going. All right, so now Pokemon.
DLC, because they've been running with what are we on, Sun and Moon? It's like, wow. They've been running on Sword and Shield for a couple of years. They destroyed that formula completely. It was like, that old Pokemon formula that we already broke, yeah, it's just gone now. Goodbye. So,
I mean, Sword and Shield's only been out since 2019 anyway.
It wasn't 2018?
No, that's 2019. Like your birthday, 2019, I think. That was gonna be a present I got you. So, I'm pretty sure
it was 2019, but it was that month.
Okay.
Huh. Damn, 2020 is long. Hot sauce.
But here, still with what you were saying though, because it's like they have a lot of options, right? They could really pop off. They'd be like, "Hey, y'all, welcome to Pokemon Anniversary. Let me tell you what we got. We got our Gen 4 remakes right here. Boom. We got them. We got the Let's Go Gen 2 right here. Boom. We got that. And then they'll be like, and we got the new Pokemon game right here. Bang. But that'd be crazy. Pokemon fans would lose their mind, no matter how mad even
Pokemon Snap
and Pokemon Snap. Dog. Yeah, we already lost our minds. I lost mine. I don't even care anymore about what game they put out. I'm like, just give me my Snap. Give me my Snap. Please let it be like 20 hours.
I need to lean back and let it snap like Fat Joe.
Boy. And people would literally just be sitting here watching me, camera on me, and just see me moving the switch around. No, the Lapras. I missed the Lapras.
Falls out your chair.
Falls out my chair, yeah, bro, that'd be great. But yeah, like they have a lot of options to go for Pokemon. For Zelda, they could do they can hopefully release Breath of the Wild 2. They just for last year they did the Mario collection. Did you see the Mario collection?
Yeah. Which was really dope, actually.
And that only lasted 6 months.
A couple of months, and then you had to pay for them. Like I thought it was like 3 months, to be honest. Then you got to pay for them separately, I think, right?
Yeah, you can't. You can't get the in that package deal anymore, or at least I think you can't get anymore. All I know is it was a limited time thing. That's what I remember. Definitely. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so it was a limited time thing, to my recollection, and oh yeah, you can only buy it till March 31st. There we go. So it's a 6-month window from September to March 31st of this year. So people still have time to buy it right now until March 31st. Where some people are speculating, maybe they're cutting it off because they're about to bring those games to Switch, like the actual 64. Because Nintendo Online has SNES and NES games. I don't remember if they added 64 games yet. I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
I don't have a Switch anymore, so I wouldn't know anymore. I was following all that, but I don't have a Switch, so no need for me to look into it. I know people are waiting, and so people are thinking maybe they're about to bring, if they didn't already have 64, that they would bring 64 games to online, and then they may also add GameCube games because of Sunshine and Galaxy. Wait, Galaxy's on Wii, right? Galaxy's on Wii.
Galaxy's definitely on Wii.
Well, at least GameCube for I know they don't have GameCube emulate on online yet, so so people are like, maybe that's why they want to take it off. But yeah, so I'm like, if Legend of Zelda be like, hey y'all, guess what? Here's a Zelda All-Star Collection. What's in it? Oh, we got that Twilight Princess, the Wind Waker, and the Skyward Sword. Those three on there. Or if they really want to be crazy, right? Like, so they just want to go all out. They want to go crazy. They could be like, hey,
Insane in the Membrane.
You want to play Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask again? Didn't you? Is it just the port of 3DS? And if they say no,
yes,
that would actually listen. If they actually,
they're not gonna say no,
but they would sell it. Like they know they'd already sell it, right? But if they really did, like, because they already did Twilight Princess and Wind Waker got an HD version on Wii U, so that they could actually just port over.
Which they will.
Which they probably will, yes. And they should. They should and probably will. But if they were like, here's not the 3DS version, this is the actual HD version of Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, or even better, even though I prefer those two games I said, but the Oracle games, if they brought those back, because they already did, they just did, and they did it in a style like Link's Awakening. Because you
true.
See what I'm saying?
True. See what I'm saying? I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And technically, there was supposed to be okay, you already picked it up.
Yeah, game out. Oh. It's in my hands.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons was technically supposed to have a third game, too. So they could even like either just add in content that was cut. Because if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be like you beat both of the games, and if you had a link cable, you could link it together, and then you got like a special ending or something like that.
I think I remember that. I think I remember something like that at least.
I would like for them to like just bundle it, so like if they at least did like the 3D All Stars for Mario and be like, here's the remake for them both, and they come in a bundle for $60 for 3 months or whatever, 6 months. After that, you got to buy them separately. For example, if they made it like the art style of Link's Awakening, I think that'd be pretty lit. So Zelda has a lot of stuff that they could do to make their anniversary pop off. I feel like those Oracle remakes need to show up though. The Oracle remakes they can do, and those would I think fit very well with the Link's Awakening art style that they did. They could also, I hate the song that's playing. I'm skipping. But they could also do something with Four Swords. They already brought Four Swords back to the DS.
I know with the 3.
Not that one, but yeah, that was similar. I think they added like a DSiWare type thing on one of the Four Swords. They had a Four Swords game, something I don't remember it anymore, but there was an actual Four Swords something on DS that they brought over. In fact, I think I have Four Swords on my 3DS. Actually, now that I think about it,
you might.
But if they brought back the Four Swords, online is a thing now, so you could do online with Four Swords. I think you could do it on GameCube, but not most people didn't have internet on their GameCube, even if you could get the piece that lets you do it or whatever.
Internet on that GameCube, y'all funny.
At least in America, we didn't have that piece. I don't think. I don't recall. I ain't have it. That's all I know.
I know. I definitely have.
It wasn't me. It wasn't in my house. I had that Game Boy player at the bottom of it though. That was lit.
Yeah, you know, I had that. Yeah. But that Pokemon on there and on home out. But
yeah, so they got a lot they can do too. There was one more. Yeah. Oh, it's the Metroid anniversary. Metroid 4. People,
they're not doing nothing with Metroid. Let's stop.
But Metroid Prime 4, it was delayed. You know what I'm saying? It got delayed because Nintendo said they wanted to start from scratch from what they already had. They're like, hey, we looked at what we was making and we said
Metroid don't exist.
Okay. And we said, no, that ain't it. So we starting over with Metroid Prime 4. But okay, so like I was saying, y'all, they could still put out an HD version of the Metroid Prime trilogy. They could do that.
I guess
they could do that because that came out in 2009. All right,
Metroid don't exist.
That came out in 2009. Past the 3 big anniversaries. The real question is, where's Bayonetta 3?
Boy,
that was 2017. Where's Bayonetta 3? Where's that at?
About it.
Is that 2021? Apparently, I literally an article I read today. It was on like Games Radar thing. It was like, no, there's no news on Bayonetta 3 yet, but don't worry. And then in quotes they put development is going very well. So I'm guessing somebody.
Said somebody actually was like, hey, we gotta know.
I don't know who they asked, but hey,
stop playing with the bull. Give us.
What is this playing? Hold on, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know where it tried to go, but that was not from my nice little DMCA free playlist over here. Yeah, I need to stop. Spotify, quit tripping. All right, so back to the non-DMCA music in the background. Thank you, Harris Heller. So like I was saying, that's what I'm looking at towards 2021. I'm sure there's some other stuff I can't think about, but that's for real. Nintendo is about to be popping.
All on Nintendo.
For real. I can't think of much else outside of Nintendo for like what's expected to come next year. There might be a Super Mario Odyssey coming again, a sequel.
Right, I got y'all. So we got God of War 2.
Time out. Wait. It's also Donkey Kong's anniversary, so they could do something with that.
Nintendo ain't got that much.
Nintendo got that many anniversaries going.
Is it 30 or is it a 0 or a 5? All right, so we not worried. So if it ain't a 5, they ain't got nothing to worry about. He looking into it. So we got that God of War 2.
Yeah, I think it's 30.
Yeah, they ain't about to do nothing. So that's coming. That's about to be hot. They probably gonna make a special edition PS5. I want it, but you know, scalpers probably gonna be on it. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they learn their lesson. We won't have that problem. Then we got that Spider-Man 2. That's probably coming this year, to be honest. They was working on it while they was working on Miles. Let's be honest. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see if they're gonna be playing, doing the duo, like having you play as both Miles and Peter, for here and there, because they had you play as like Mary Jane in the first one,
and Miles.
And I wasn't done. I was the thing.
Yes, I am excited for God of War Ragnarok. I forgot.
yeah, I know you did.
So you hype for Nintendo, but don't got a Switch.
Boy, but so that'll be lit. You know, Cyberpunk 2078. You know, that's gonna.
Oh, okay. They got DLC though, so I'll call the DLC 2078.
Yeah, they probably will. But so that's gonna be exciting. You know, hopefully we'll be able to walk into any store and buy our new gen consoles. Hopefully, But again, I'm looking for the special editions. Fingers crossed, I guess. What else we looking at? I mean, we got game related shows. You know, The Witcher 2 season might be hitting this year. That's the thing. Yeah. There's some other games that I can't think of off the top of my head that's getting a series, but we're not gonna talk about it. I'm kind of feeling some kind of Star Wars game.
A sequel to
yeah.
To oh wow, what's it called?
Fallen Order.
Thank you.
When did that was that 2018 or 2019? 2018, right? Pretty sure that's 2018.
I got you.
Let's
see, 2019.
2019. Woo.
That's the same release.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's the same day. Sword and Shield.
That explains why I forgot about Sword and Shield. Anyway,
fair.
So it's 2021. Wait, that was 2019. So that's 2 years ago. See, yeah, I'm not tripping. Pokemon did come out basically 2 years ago.
I mean,
it didn't come out 2020. It came out 2019. So they took a year off and just made DLC. So I'm not tripping.
I mean, that's the end of 2019 though. But yeah, that's fair.
But they usually make one every year, even if it's like a remake of another.
Yeah,
so yeah, I wasn't tripping. Yeah, I wasn't tripping. So Fallen Order is definitely possible because it's been 2 years. I can see that. I don't know if they're gonna do anything else, but you know, EA with their cars, you know, now we might be pod racing in this new.
I mean, listen, out of all the Star Wars games I ever played, the one on Nintendo 64. Yeah, that pod racing.
Sorry about
game.
my cat again, yo.
What was it called? What's it called?
I don't remember. I'm not about to look it up. You find that.
I think it was. I think it was just literally called Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I think.
Know. You got me. But
yeah, that was it. That game was lit.
Yeah, so I'm looking out for that. That'll be cool. That'll be real dope.
They said they gave you Squadrons. They ain't gonna give you nothing else.
Oh, true. Squadrons did come out, which I still need to get.
Even though they should do Squadrons, same thing, but with the pod racing, they really should VR pod racer.
So the crew, but Star Wars.
Yeah, and you can choose if you want to play it VR or not too. If that is the VR mode,
yeah, that'd be interesting. Definitely. What else? What else could we possibly get?
Fable. Yeah, I want Fable.
Yes. I knew there was something I was forgetting. I just didn't know what.
Fable. Give it to me now.
Tell them.
I want Fable. Give it to me now. I don't want to wait no 3, 4, 5 years. Give it to me right now on PC. I can't censor. I didn't set my thing up so I can do the little censor thing. That would have been nice. Oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's it. That's coming. That'll be interesting.
Hitman 3 is coming.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're working on 007?
I'm pretty sure it comes out this month, actually. Who's working on 007?
I mean...
Is it the same people who work on Hitman?
Yes. It's the same team.
I don't recall.
I see that.
Yeah, I don't recall.
But hey, you know, I guess they were ready. Again, I don't know how different. I don't know how different. Yeah, I don't know how different it will be.
Ooh, Outriders. That comes out next month, actually, February. Did we mention that the recording of this is on January 3rd? We did not. But
we did not this time. I did not catch it. I'm
January 3rd of 2021.
Yeah, sure is.
Ooh, I'm still waiting on Rainbow Six Quarantine. I don't know.
I wonder if they said maybe it's too soon.
Yeah, I know they changed it to be 2021, but I don't think it has an actual date yet.
No, I think so. So that's interesting.
Oh, Far Cry 6. Yeah, that's why I remember I said I was gonna wait.
Yeah, you said that, but long game, so we was gonna.
Yeah, long game. Far Cry 6.
But what else? What else is?
I'm pretty sure the Halo Infinite got pushed back. Like it might not come out 2021, so I pushed back. It already got pushed back to not launch with their new system. So
Yeah, but I mean, hey, that's what we're expecting for this upcoming year.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I'm expecting that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is a game that I'm expecting next year. That and Fable are actually like two of my big expectations. Yeah, that's all. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. Where's Skull and Bone? Where is that game?
I mean, in development.
Oh, okay. I know other people are like, this man talking about Skull and Bone. They still waiting on Starfield, but oh, Bethesda.
Gotta love it.
Oh, well, I guess the next Skyrim game, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be far off.
Yes.
Dying Light 2, that got delayed.
But is that this year?
I don't know. It was supposed to be last year. That's what I'm saying. It's got delayed.
That's fair.
It literally went from 2020 to we'll let you know. That's what it went to. We'll let you know.
We'll have your people call my people.
Right. Oh, funny. Man. That Lord of the Rings game. With
Bro,
the same people from.
You're just trying to bring up stuff. Are you excited for these, or are you just bringing them up? Like,
I mean, I think that sounds interesting though. The game for remember it's the Lord of the Rings with the people who do like Dark Souls or whatever from Software. I thought that was just an interesting. Ooh, Deathloop. I remember Deathloop.
Yes,
I actually do want to play that.
Deathloop.
The one that looks like has the same artistic style of I forget the name of it every time, and I feel so
Dishonored.
bad. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That one I'm excited for. You were excited for Kenna, Bridge of Spirits.
Of course.
You were excited for that one. I thought it looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think that's it. I no longer am interested in Ghostwire Tokyo because that one chick left. The production. Ooh, hey, you know a sleeper? You know a sleeper one? Remember Stray, the one where we saw the cat walking around, that beautiful looking graphic game?
Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like it's based off that anime, but
right. I'll let you play that one. Ooh,
yeah, I'll play it with the cat in my lap if he decides to sit his ass down.
That Harry Potter game, bro.
Oh, that's not this year though.
You sure?
I'm saying it so that I can feel better, so when it is
right
this
now.
Year.
Right now it says TBC 2021 for Hogwarts Legacy.
Yep, nope. Until E3 confirms it, I'm not listening.
That's fair.
I don't believe it. Until you show me the magic, I don't believe it exists.
Final Fantasy 16 is set in quotations to come in 2021.
Nah.
I said set.
I know.
In quotations.
I'm just not seeing it. But if it is, that'll be exciting.
The new Horizon Zero Dawn.
Man.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, stop trying to name stuff. Just name stuff you excited for. If it ain't, y'all let us know what y'all excited for in the comments.
What comment? You got comments?
Do
you even know how the platforms work that they can listen to the podcast?
I know it's gonna be on YouTube.
He said, "I'm saying this for the YouTube people. I don't know these." Oh,
for the rest of y'all, hit us up on the socials.
There was this one game that was showed off early, like I think before the PS5 even released. It had a working title. It was like Project Athia or something like that. It was a female MC.
Yeah, I remember.
It looked good. That's all I remember. It was a pretty looking game. So I just want to see more about it, obviously.
Yep.
If it ever comes out, because you know those games that be showing like before a system come out sometimes don't ever come out. they just disappear.
What are facts for 1,000 Hertz?
But it's developed by Luminous and published by Square, obviously because it's developed by Luminous. So it's
if it's published by Square, then it's gonna get done.
Just don't know when. It might be 5 years from now. Might be 10. But
it's definitely getting done.
Because, like I said, Luminous private production. Oh, Luminous. With your Final Fantasy 15 taking however long it took. Luminous.
It got done. Like I said, it's gonna get done.
But yeah, so that if you can't think of anything else, you want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, we're good here.
You good here? All right, everybody. So, hey, that was episode 3 of the podcast. We talked about the past.
Was that 3?
Yeah, because we missed last week. Because remember you said bump the fans. So yeah, like I was saying, We talked about the past. We look forward to the future. You know what I'm saying? So as we keep going through 2021, and no, I don't hear any more memes or jokes of, oh no, 2020 version 1 and 2020 version 2 as the years keep going for the next decade. I really don't want to hear them. I'm sick of y'all. or even the worst one. Did you notice that this year is at 2020 WON1? I'm like, y'all sick.
Yeah, I saw
y'all
that.
Y'all need to stop.
Like, y'all need some help.
Hey, but the Final Fantasy one was hilarious. It's like Final Fantasy 2020, Final Fantasy 2020-1.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all are sick. Y'all need help. But yeah, so
right when our superpowers unlock, they're ready.
All right. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning into this podcast. Make sure y'all come in. We do this every week, except for last week. We do this every week on Sunday, and we have it up by Monday, the following day. Make sure you go check us both out on Twitch. Me, Ash Redux, as it sounds, ASCHREDUX on Twitch. And then we have my boy, King Kiba, who is known as the Keybladed Assassin on Twitch. Spelled as it sounds. Key-bladed Assassin.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You better come check us out because we be out here streaming the daggone thing. This podcast will also be uploaded onto YouTube. So for the YouTube viewers, that applies to y'all too. And as always, keep it critical.
Show you right.